coming in. Yeah, flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB, who we running with. Yeah, 2233, I'm on 10 again.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is elospeaks back again with another video. And in this video topic, I want to talk about how the mainstream media, the sports mainstream media, do not care about sports athletes and when it comes to the vaccine and so forth. Now, I don't want to be too controversial with this video. I just want to give my perspective on the matter and what I think is going on. Now, as we see with the recent events that's going on with Kyrie Irving and the vaccine mandate. Now, as we know, it's been lifted, and the whole situation with MLB baseball and their vaccine mandate. I don't know too much about what's going on, but it had a role to play in terms of New York lifting their vaccine mandate overall for sports athletes only. Now, I looked at it as this. During the time when Kyrie Irving announced it that he was not going to take the vaccine for whatever reason that he decided not to take it, I was 100% full on board with it. Granted, I did want him to play, but if you needed the vaccine to play and he doesn't want to take it, who am I and who are you or who are anyone else to chastise him and force him to take the vaccine under his will? That he's the only man. He's gonna do what's best for him. He's gonna do what's best for his family. Those are the only people that should matter or should have a say in terms of what he's gonna do in terms of his life. But when I heard the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, Shannon Sharps and Colin Cowherd, etc., and everyone else lambasting him, saying that he's not a team player, he's selfish, he's this and that, and to some degree, they're right. Dealing with players like Kyrie and etc., there are a lot to deal with. Especially I look at it as the higher talent the higher the talent you are, the more craziness you're probably gonna be dealing with in terms of this player. But this is not a Kyrie Irving video. This is just a sports athletes in general, because you could just hear it in the tone of some of these sports pundits and how they talk. They just want the athletes to do whatever the government say, shut up and play. That's how I take it, personally. I don't know how anyone else sees it, but that's how I see it. They don't really care what's in the vaccine. They don't ask too much question what's going on. I understand, it's FDA approved, etc., and all that. You could take it. They say it's safe, but again, once you put that type of chemical in your body, you don't know what type of effects is gonna have on you. Now, I'm not making this video as an anti-vax video. I'm not pro-vax. I'm not anti-vax. Whatever decision you decide to do, that's your decision. Not just as a person or athlete, just as anybody else who decides they want to. If you want to take the vaccine, sure, go ahead. Do it. Do what you gotta do. If you don't want to take it, that's also your right too, and you should not be judged for that. And that's why I look at it. Some of these sports athlete mandate, some of these sports media members, they don't really care about the players' well-being. I understand that. They're making millions of dollars to play a sport, and then they go home to their families and loved ones and do whatever. So there's not much care for that. But again, once the athletes are shown to disagree with some of the things that's being said, or they're not being status quo, as I called it, then they're going to feel the wrath of the media, and everyone is going to turn on them and try to betray them and lambaste them all ad nauseum. And you've seen that with Stephen A. Smith and how he reacted to Kyrie Irving saying that he's not going to take the mandate. He went on multiple days, multiple takes, saying how Kyrie Irving is this, Kyrie Irving is that, selfish player, he needs to take the vaccine, the Nets are in playoff contention, etc. And I have to keep using Kyrie Irving because he was a main point. Now, I understand that during that time, Stephen A. Smith, as the coward that he is, didn't have that same anger and withdrawal for Aaron Rodgers when Aaron Rodgers blatantly lied, saying that he took the vaccine when he didn't. And for Aaron Rodgers, I understand why he did it, but I didn't like that he did it, because he should have been one of those guys that said that he's not taking the vaccine. And I wanted to see how the media was going to operate on that type too. Now, I understand the media gets on Aaron Rodgers too, but that's more of his play on the field, and that's a video for another day. But in terms of the vaccine and how he blatantly lied about saying that he was immunized and all that BS, all the media firestorm that came his way, he deserved every bit of that. He deserved all the criticism in the world. But again, cowards like Stephen A. Smith, they didn't have that same smoke for him. He took it light on Aaron Rodgers. If you hear the tone on how he lambasted Kyrie Irving compared to how he lambasted Aaron Rodgers, two totally different people, and you could see it in the tone and inflections and how he covered the stories. But again, those guys, Aaron Rodgers included, have a right to not want to take the vaccine, and that's cool. But for these particular sports pundit, they don't care. They just want you to shut up, take the vaccine, and continue playing so we can continue having stories, and we could talk about you. We could make rumors. We could do this. Because if Kyrie doesn't play and he influences other players to not play, and that could potentially hurt the league, which could potentially hurt the sports mainstream media. If the mainstream media doesn't have any topics to talk about, or if there's no sports going on, that could severely hurt them. And I get that it's a whole money play, but I hate the part when these sports pundits try to act like they care for the athletes' well-being, saying that they should take the vaccine. Who are you to tell the athletes to take the vaccine? You don't know what's in it. You weren't with the scientists who made that vaccine. So who are you to tell them to just take it for whatever reason, just so they can continue playing? That's their decision if they want to take it. But I just hate the part where they call them selfish for doing that. If they don't want to take it, it's their right to not want to take it. And I don't see the problem with that. And that's why I feel like the sports mainstream media do not care about the athletes' well-being. And I'm not going to lie, I don't particularly, I'm not saying I care about the sports well-being, but I have enough like forethought to care about their decisions to do whatever that they want. So again, they're going to do whatever they want regardless of what I think. I'm just a guy on YouTube making videos. But if they don't want to take the vaccine, they don't want to take the vaccine. Some players are going to do it for the money. Some players are not going to do it. They're not swayed by money. They're not swayed like by the lifestyle. They're not going to take it for religious reasons or etc. But that's their choice. That's their right. Now, when you keep lambasting them, having the mainstream media go down and lambaste Kyrie or Aaron Rodgers, and then it spills over into the media, and then the media is lambasting those players for not taking the vaccine. Now it's looking like you're trying to force them to take the vaccine via Cold War tactics by slandering their name. So I think it's just a whole bunch of BS, hogwash bunk, because I feel like it's not fair to the player, because you're basically saying take the vaccine or else. And again, you're not saying it like that, but the media backlash from it details that, because you can see how players get covered on when they're not taking the vaccine versus other players who took the vaccine and just leave them alone. So I feel like that's unfair. Again, that's just what I think. The sports mainstream media, how they cover certain athletes, especially if they don't like the athlete and he doesn't take the vaccine, then they're really gonna, that just give them even more reason to go off. Like for Aaron Rodgers, there's a lot of people that don't like Aaron Rodgers, and the fact that he didn't take the vaccine, that just gave them more apt to not to go at him even harder than they already did. And the fact that he lied about it, made it even worse. So he deserved all the vitriol for that. That's why I think he deserved the vitriol, because he lied. While Kyrie, on the other hand, I feel like it was too harsh that he got all the criticism that he got, because he was 100% honest that he took the vaccine. And then on top of that, you had people You have people like Antonio Brown, who made a fake vaccine card saying that he take the vaccine, and even his I feel like his vitriol wasn't as bad as it was for Kyrie. But again, I understand why they went so hard at Kyrie, because Kyrie was standing for something. He was standing for something, and he wanted to show people that, I have a choice on whether or not that I want to take the vaccine or not. I'm not going to succumb to the peer pressures of the media telling me I should take the vaccine just so I could take the vaccine. He's not a puppet like a LeBron James. So for that matter, I give Kyrie Irving the utmost respect for that, because he didn't bow down to the peer pressures of people telling him he should take the vaccine for whatever reason that they're telling he should take the vaccine. And for that, I'm always going to say good job, Kyrie, because he stood for something regardless of the consequences of not playing games or losing out on money, etc. And I grant he's already rich prior. He has like sponsors and shoe deals, so that's always going to keep him up. But still, he did something that a lot of players wasn't going to do, and something LeBron James for sure wasn't going to do, because he is the face of the NBA, and I know for sure he would have never done something like that, because we seen how he reacted when his money was on the line when it was during the China situation. So again, when it comes to that particular thing, the mainstream media are out for them. They care little about the athlete unless it benefits them financially. And what these mainstream media want them to do is whatever that the government mandate for them, do it, shut up and dribble. And that's exactly what most of these athletes like LeBron James has done. They took the vaccine mandate and they shut up and dribble and gone about their way. But people like Kyrie Irving out there that's standing for something said no, and he won because of it, and I give him credit for that. But those are my thoughts and opinions on the matter of this whole situation. What do you think? Do you think the mainstream media care about the athletes? Do you think they don't? Let me know in the comment section down below. This is elospeaks out.
Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA BB, who we running with, yeah. 2 2 3 3, I'm on 10 again.